Guys, it's Leia4299 here today with another custom LEGO minifigure showcase video. And today I have my highly anticipated Star Wars The Force Awakens Part 1 custom minifigure showcase. And in this showcase video we have Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, R2, and C-3PO from the film in their outfits that they will be sporting throughout the movie. And guys, I am super excited about this movie. It is Star Wars. It is the 7th movie of the live action versions and stuff. It's just, this will be my first Star Wars movie to see in theaters, and that is just beyond my recollection. I can't think that that's happening. It's so exciting. I am really excited about this movie, guys. My first memory of Star Wars was coming in the house. My brothers were watching a movie, and they were watching Empire Strikes Back, and it was a scene with Yoda talking to Luke, and then Luke walks away, and then Yoda just lifts this X-Wing out of the water. And having that as like my first memory of Star Wars is amazing. And to finally see the continuation of this franchise that I've loved so dearly from my childhood is amazing. And so for this first video, guys, we have these figures. The rest of them will be in part 2. The rest that I made 14 in total. I had to cut out the Flame Trooper and the Snow Trooper, but I was able to make all of these. I also made Luke Skywalker, believe it or not. Excuse me. But yeah, hopefully he'll be wearing this outfit in the movie. This is off a reference photo that I saw somewhere, so I just designed it off this, so hopefully I made it right. And if not, who cares? Who really cares? But yeah, so without further ado, guys, let's go into a full close-up 360 of all of these minifigures for Star Wars The Force Awakens. Here we go. Okay, guys, so we're going to start off with Luke Skywalker, the main character of the original trilogy himself. And now this minifigure, as you know, we haven't seen what Luke looks like in the movie at all. We've seen a on-set photo of this outfit, and in the trailer he was wearing a dark brown cloak and hood, and he was just touching R2-D2 with his metal hand. Now, I know you might be thinking, why'd you make Luke? You know, you don't know what he looks like. You don't even know if he still has his green lightsaber or anything like that. I just wanted to have Luke in this video. I wanted to try to make a Luke. I wanted to have a Luke Skywalker in the Force Awakens showcase. And that's why I made him. And that's it. If he's different, if he doesn't wear this, I'll just make another Luke. A Jedi robe is a very simple thing to do. And this was the first minifigure I finished. And I finished him in about 3 days. He wasn't that hard to make, and I can definitely fix him if this is not how he looks in the film, so that's why I made him anyway. But without further ado, let's get his accessory out of the way. As you can see, I just have a standard green lightsaber for him here, so I got that off of one of my sets that I have. And this minifigure is probably the simplest out of all of them, and he is completely hand custom painted by me. Everything you see is painted except for the eyes and the cheekbones. Everything except those is painted. So yeah, we might as well go into the hood real quick. The hood is sculpted in green stuff. The design of this hood, I kind of took inspiration from MGF with his green arrows sculpted hood he made, and I really like how that looks, so I just kind of copied that onto my Luke here, as you can see, by using a hairpiece and sculpting onto that hairpiece. I know it does look a little, I don't make them too sanded down too well, but it does kind of make it look more like a hood, I think. I don't know, that's my excuse anyway, but you can see there's a black line all the way around, and it is removable, unlike most hoods I make, such as the Assassin's Creed hoods. I was not able to remove those. And you can see this face I painted for Luke. As you can see, the eyeballs and the head I used was a clone trooper head. You know, those live-action clone trooper heads? And then I just erased everything except for the cheeks and the eyes, and then just painted everything on, as you can see right here. And he turned out really nice in the end. I really like how he looks. And yeah, there's nothing on the back of the figure, so I'm not going to take this trench coat off. But as you can see, I have a custom-made Cape Madness trench coat in tan to match the arm color. And as you guys can see, it looks really nice. It seems to flow well. And then the torso, you can see there's the darker tan pieces of clothing going down with the belt, with this little pouch there and the type of belt buckle. You can see there are some wrinkles in the clothing, and they go all the way down to the bottom. The boots, there are painted on the inside. As you can see, the boots do wrap around all the way, and the design does continue onto the other sides of the legs. So yeah, there's not much with Luke, guys. I do have a black hand to represent his robot hand. I don't know, I tried painting and sculpting a hand, it did not work, so I just went with the black hand. And yeah, that is my Luke Skywalker minifigure for Star Wars The Force Awakens. I know he's kind of simple, but I just decided to make one off of that one photo we saw. You might think that's a little risky to do, but I decided to do it anyway, and that is my statement on that. This minifigure turned out great in my opinion. I really like how he looks, and I think I nailed the face of Mike Handheld. I think I really got it down. I would like to know what you guys think in the comments down below of the face. And yeah, so that's Luke Skywalker, or Master Skywalker. I don't know what he is in this movie. We'll find out. But yeah, so that's Luke. Okay guys, so here we have Princess Leia in her Force Awakens outfit. And I'm addressing her as Princess Leia because that Lego is addressing her in that new set that's coming out with her in it, with inaccurate colors and stuff. But she will be addressed as Princess Leia in that set. And I have her General Leia, Queen Leia, I don't know which, but I'm going to call her Princess Leia because that's just more memorable. And we know her for being that. Carrie Fisher will be coming back to play the role, and that is awesome. And so I had this new minifigure for you know, in her new design and everything. The only gripes I have is with the hairpiece. Now, the hairpiece is the accurate hairpiece that would work for this figure, but it's in the wrong color. As you guys can tell, it should be in a tan, like Lego has portrayed it, and how she is in the film. She does have lighter hair now, but I don't know, guys. I don't have good tan paint. That's my excuse, and eventually when I get that tan hairpiece, I will swap it out, and it probably would look better. So, the head that I'm using, this is actually the first officer, First Order officer's face from Kylo Ren's command shuttle, if you guys remember that. I used it as a placeholder for Eternity to get this one head off of Bricklink, but it really grew on me, and it actually does look like Carrie Fisher, so I just stuck with this head. I did not alter it anyway. Well, actually, I did alter it anyway. Let me zoom in real quick. If you guys can tell, I added some more extra eyelashes because it only had like one pair of eyelashes, and I wanted to give it a little bit more to it, so I did add that. Let me just adjust this real quick. I shouldn't have done that. But either way, guys, I did add some eyelashes to the minifigure's head, and then the hairpiece is painted in a brown color with some gray highlights. That's what I decided to do, and I'll eventually get it a tan hairpiece. And it does have, she does have an accessory here, as you can see, is just a Lego blaster pistol. I do not know what she'll be using in the movie. I just decided to give her some kind of blaster because it's Princess Leia. She's going to shoot somebody. So that's the head. Now the color of the minifigure is in an olive green color, and I really like how it looks. As you guys can see, the arms, I did paint on the cuffs on the sides. They do wrap around full 360 on both arms, as you guys can see, on both sides. So her arms are pretty simple. She's like Luke. She was pretty simple to make, but there's one big problem, guys. This is my first time using Aerial-like curved torso, if you guys did notice that. They're really awesome to have. I really like them. As you can see, they do have the curves in the sides. Link will be in the description down below to their website. Either way, they don't come in purple. So I had to sand the sides of this minifigure for Eternity to be able to paint on the sides of the minifigure for it, it doesn't scratch off. But keep doing that and popping arms off back and, moving them back and forth to see if they don't, crack, caused this massive crack, as you can see on the side, supported with a bit of super glue, and it's pretty noticeable. So I would like in the future to remake this torso, but I did crack it right down the side, and it really discouraged me. I popped the arm back in and then just cracked, and I was like, damn, I just finished the entire front of the torso and the back, and then I cracked it. I was just like, shit. So hopefully I will be able to replace that eventually, but for now there is a crack there, and I do apologize for that, guys. It is a very noticeable crack, by the way, if you guys couldn't tell. And then the hairpiece. So Leia is not a completed figure. I do want her to come back to her. But the torso, as you can see, is very simple. You have her undershirt that is it's like a jumpsuit, I guess. It's the same color as her pants, with the little cuffs on the top of the neck. And then you can see she has her purple vest with some wrinkles in it. And yeah, as you can see, it's outlined in a black color with her new belt buckle. That does not look that good. I don't know, from the camera anyway, it looks a little lopsided, but from here I can tell you it looks a little better. And then on the back of the figure, you can see we have some outlining and some more wrinkles. And then we have the black boots, like I said, all the way wrapping around with the kind of Death Star Troopers type of esque cuff. I don't know what to call that, but it just gives the pants a little flow, and the boots do wrap around a full 360 degrees. I wouldn't say full 360. This thing's spin a full 360, but they do wrap around on all 4 sides of the minifigure. And yeah, so that's about it for Princess Leia. There's not much else to go over. She is a simple minifigure, but she does have a really cool new outfit, and I can't wait to see her in the movie. So yeah, guys, that's Princess Leia. Guys, so before we start on Han Solo here, I found this little tile on my desk, and I remember why I grabbed it, because I wanted to fix this pack here, and just put that there. So now, there we go. So now let's continue with this figure. Okay guys, so here we have Han Solo in his Force Awakens outfit. Now Han here is he's a pretty simple minifigure. I've used a lot of what LEGO provided us in the Millennium Falcon set. I did not use their head though. This head, I don't know, a lot of people, including myself, did not like the Harrison Ford older head that they gave us for Han Solo. It had like a weird mouth and bags in the eyes. It made him look older than, well, he is pretty old. But I decided to take upon myself to make my own old Harrison Ford head. And I just used the younger Harrison Ford head. And as you can see, I painted the eyebrows in a dark brown. I added some wrinkles above the eyes and added some wrinkles by the lips. And I think it turned out really nice, and it does portray him as being older, in my opinion. I think it worked pretty well. The hairpiece is just a light gray Lego hairpiece in this shape. We've all seen this hairpiece. His accessory being the DL-44 that he's sported through all the movies and will be having again in this film. This is the design made by Brick Arms. As you guys can see, I painted the barrel and gunmetal and added these 2 little gunmetal bolts, and then added on the end of the scope and the beginning of the scope a silver dot. So yeah, so let me get that out of the way. If you guys are a Star Wars fan, definitely pick up the DL-44 molded by Brick Arms. It's really cool. Link will be in the description down below. So the torso is Legos, and all I did was I added a brighter flesh tone to up there by his neck, as you can see, and the rest of the torso is completely Legos design. I did not alter it anyway. Same can be said for the back. The back is completely Legos. What I did to the arms is I added the seams going up the side of the arms, as you guys can see, and then the little like cuffs on the bottom of the arms. And it's kind of funny because he's wearing a leather jacket, so now he's like Harrison Ford, Han Solo, Indiana Jones dude in space. Track, as you guys can see right there, so hopefully I can swap that out with a better arm and repaint that design. So yeah. Then on the legs of the minifigure, as you guys can see, I have used Lego's design that they've printed onto the legs here. And I know the pants are black, and in the film the pants are brown, but I already had this whole design painted on the side of the leg and the boots, so I just decided to go with it. I had a bit of time constraint with all the other figures to make, so I just kind of went with this pair of legs, and eventually I will probably fix it. On the side here, you can see I do have Han Solo's holster in the accurate way that it is represented in the films, continuing from the holster up here. And as you can see on the belt piece, I also painted the belt wrapping all the way around the minifigure, and the bottom little loop here that does connect to the bottom of the holster does continue all the way around to the other side. I don't know if you guys can see that. You guys can kind of see that. And then the boots are painted in a darker brown color, and you guys can also see that I added some buckles on the side. On this side with a lighter brown stripe going down, the same on this side. And then we have a little bit of front detailing on the front of the feet, and there's nothing on the inside. The boots just wrap around. And yeah, so that's about it for Han Solo. There's not much else to say. This minifigure turned out every way I wanted him to, but yeah, so Harrison Ford's one of my favorite actors, and to see him coming back to play Han Solo is really awesome. To see Han Solo continue his journey in the Star Wars universe is cool to see, and it's going to be pretty badass, so I can't wait to see what he does in the film. Alright guys, so here we have Chewbacca from The Force Awakens. Now Chewie was a huge project, guys, because Lego's Chewbacca was just very weird looking. It was not accurate. I don't know which Chewbacca they were trying to portray, but every variation was just very weird. Now I think I was able to make a pretty decent Chewbacca out of their mold and stuff like that. I would like to try to sculpt in the future onto his arms and his legs, like, you know, like three-dimensional fur. That's something for a later date that I would like to try. But for now, we have this Chewbacca right here, and let me tell you, he turned out pretty well. So let's go over his accessory real quick. We have his bowcaster here. Now, this is a custom-made bowcaster designed by me. I just took a normal Lego crossbow and I cut off the strings that would be right here in between. I sculpted these little balls out of green stuff and put them on the ends of both. And as you can see, the scope is made out of a Lego blaster scope with two Lego blaster rifle scopes glued onto the sides, and it makes for a pretty nice scope representing Chewbacca's three-barreled scope. So let me remove that real quick, and as you guys can see, it is in a black color, and the handle is in silver, because if I was to paint that, that would scratch off. So there we go. So that's its accessory right there. As you can see, he does have his ammo chain painted in silver and a lighter brown as the strap goes all the way down, continuing onto his leg a little bit there, and his pouch on the side of his leg right there. As you can see, there is a design on the back of the torso, also painted in silver, and it looks really nice. I really like it. So the mouth of Chewbacca, that was a big thing to try to get it right. I tried many attempts, and one was with a pink color, and it looked like he was foaming from the mouth. You could probably pull up a photo right there. It was so weird looking, guys. It just didn't make sense, and I eventually landed on a lighter brown color with like the white teeth and stuff, and I like how it looks. As you can see above, we have his nose and some whiskers next to the top of the lip. The eyes, I made the white in them a little bit brighter for you guys can't see them. And the color I used was a honeycomb folk art color. So if it does look a little matted in some areas, that's because folk art is a very thick viscosity of paint, and it's hard to work with. But I was able to use it all over Chewbacca, and it's a nice color. I like it. So as you can see on the front, we do have some of the hair outlined in some darker brown. As on the arms, as you can see, there is the tannish like color. It does wrap around the arms, as you can see right there. And the hands are in black. I would like to sculpt fur on the hands, like I said earlier. On the back, you can see there is more of the tannish towards the bottom, and the minifigure is painted in a matted type of brown. And then the legs, we have hair on the sides, and with his pouch, like I said. As you can see on his feet, I did paint on his toes and some black outlining. I did add by his crotch here some more hair down there, so that looks nice. And on the inside of the legs, I believe the design, yep, it does continue on the inside. As you can see, there is all the hairs in there, and it looks really nice. So yeah, that's Chewbacca. He was a big project to paint, and especially that mouth. That was a really big pain to try to get right. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome to see Han and Chewie again. I have some photos I made with them, even trying to recreate that last shot. I know the lighting's a little bad, but you can see them right there. It's pretty cool, and I love having a Chewbacca custom and a Han Solo. Eventually, I would like to make a younger versions of them, but these are their older versions, and I don't know, you would think Chewie would have some gray on him by now, but they're making him look as young as ever, so I'm cool with that. So Chewie turned out really nice in the end, and hopefully he will be the badass Wookiee that we know from the other films. Okay guys, so here we have C-3PO from The Force Awakens. Now, this is mainly Legos. I did not do a lot to C-3PO. And this is from the Lego poly bag that they had for a while, and I picked up one of them for a ridiculous price because I didn't know they were only $4 at Toys R Us, but who cares. Either way, mine's eyes are a little off, as you guys can see. Eventually I would like to get a head that has straight eyeballs. He is kind of looking up at the ceiling, but that's not the biggest problem in the world. So we might as well go over the head real quick. All I did to the head is I add some brown detailing going all the way up, as you guys can tell, and above the eyes, and I did outline the back here in some brown, so that does look nice. I do like how that looks. That's about all I did to the head. The torso I did not touch. This is all Legos design. The same with the arm printing. It is all Legos. I did not mess around with it whatsoever. And it all looks really nice. I really do like it. Same with the side printing and the top of the leg printing. Now what I did is I just continued Legos printing down here, as you can see, in a black color. I just painted on the exact same design onto the bottom, and it looks really nice. I like it a lot. And then I added some detailing to the front of the feet, and that's it. There really isn't much more to C-3PO. I can't wait to see Anthony Daniels play C-3PO again. I don't know how big of a role C-3PO will have in the film, but there wasn't much to do with this figure because LEGO already made a pretty awesome figure. So I just added some detailing where it was necessary. And yeah, that's about it for C-3PO. There's not much else to say. And let's move on to R2-D2, his companion, and see what I did to him, because I did a lot to R2 and not so much to C-3PO. Okay guys, so here we have R2-D2, one of my favorite Star Wars characters, and I actually painted an R2 unit, and that's kind of a weird thing to do. You wouldn't think you'd have to, but there's a lot of detail missing from R2 that I did add on here. So we're going to start off towards the top of the head. Now I've never had one of these silver R2-D2s. I had to buy it off Bricklink to get like the headpiece anyway. But I did paint the studs that hold the head down in a gunmetal color for they match the head. For there isn't that little white separation, so I do like that. I was thinking about getting him a third leg, but I never got around to it, so he does just have the 2 legs here. Now as you can see on the legs, I did sculpt some hosing on the bottom of his feet here, as you can see with green stuff. I sculpted those, and I really like how that looks. It gives a nice little pop flair to his design and does bring out the detail in the figure. You can see I just outlined the entire legs with a dark gray color, adding some detail in here. As you can see, there's a silver lining and a silver, and the same on this side, both the same, and I just copied the exact same design onto both sides of the legs, and I do like how it looks. On the back here, I know it's a little sloppy, especially the bottom down here, but I was a little rushed while making it, but I just added all the panels and flaps that he does have on him as best as I could. I know it's a little sloppy looking, so I apologize for that. But there's not much else on R2, guys. He's pretty simple like C-3PO, but I did do more than like C-3PO, as you guys can tell. He was a little bit of a pain to paint, but I think it was worth it in the end. I also really like the hosing that I was able to make on the legs of R2-D2. So, yeah, guys, that's it. I did it. This is the part 1 to Star Wars The Force Awakens showcase. And we're ending it off with R2-D2, and that's pretty cool. So, yeah. So, without further ado, let's go wrap up this video. Okay, guys, that's about it for this showcase video on my part 1 to Star Wars The Force Awakens. Definitely check out part 2. It should be up by the time you're watching this. I'm posting them both at the same time. Like I said, there were some problems with some of the figures in the video. I did, as you guys know, I will hopefully be able to fix those later on. But, yeah, so if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to give the video a like and comment below which one is your favorite minifigure. Out of them, I really love how Han Solo turned out, especially that head. So, yeah, so tell me what you think of the minifigures. If you guys haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe over for more LEGO custom content. That's what I do on this channel. And if you guys want to stay updated with me and see some photos early of these figures, I posted some earlier before the videos actually came out. Don't forget to follow me on Flickr and Twitter. Links will be in the description down below. My secondary channel is no longer a thing because I'm starting to post vlogs on this channel. It just seems to work better and you guys seem to see it more often. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. It's Star Wars. Who isn't excited? This is Star Wars. I am excited. And I don't know what to say. By the time you're watching this, I'm hopefully seeing the movie at the launch. I am super excited. I've already bought my tickets for my entire family to go. I'm ready for this, guys. I hope you guys are too. I'm going to go see The Force Awakens. Hope you guys have a nice day. God bless you, people of justice. And may the Force be with us always. Peace out, guys.